This video was brought to you by NCIX. Great technology, selection, and service.
Hello everyone, this is Dmitry with Canucks, and we have another Meze product in the house for review. If you're not familiar, they specialize in headphones and earphones with different wood implementations into the headphone design, both for the sound signature and the aesthetics, of course. To address the big elephant in the room with regards to Meze and their connection to eSmooth that seems to sell an identical headphone just with different wood housing but at a fraction of the price, we contacted Meze to get their comment, and they're stating their correlation with eSmooth as they are an OEM manufacturer producing their wood housing that apparently was designed by Meze, and eSmooth sells Meze's designs to other brands, and there's the dispute. Now, one thing is clear, that the drivers used are tuned differently between what is sold through eSmooth and Meze, but the substantial price difference of the two headphones is what inspired this skepticism in the first place. But Meze sticks to their story with higher quality product than what is sold by eSmooth and will no longer produce at the eSmooth factory. And I just want to provide this background story for you before we actually begin with the review. Now, the first product we reviewed from them were the Meze 11 Deco, which was an elegant pair of earphones with a satisfactory sound quality, but 3 months in they literally fell apart. The glue inside the housing didn't hold, but fortunately their RMA department quickly took care of that and exchanged our unit. And we decided to give Meze another try with the 73 Classics, an on-ear headphone designed with an outstanding looking ebony wood housing for the drivers, followed by that $200 price tag, more than double of what you would find with eSmooth. Now, on the one hand, you are paying for that beautiful and unique wood housing, but then we question whether this would be more of a fashion item than an audio experience. Now, there's no doubt it's a unique pair every time, and I think it's fair to say we perceive something as high quality when it looks this good, with the subtle yet noticeable golden Meze logo peeking through the center of each ear cup covered in that glossy coating. They are available in both gloss and satin finishes. We have the gloss here, although a plain matte wood finish I think is more elegant, as the glossy wood does give off a perception of plastic that overall cheapens the look and the feel. There are several cutouts at the top of the housing that leak the sound, that in my opinion benefits the sound signature. The detachable cord is a welcome addition that snaps in place with confidence and will require intentional force for removal. You can connect left and right to either side with a cable labeled for your own identification, also featuring small wood housing that is also found on a 3.5mm headphone jack at the end of the 1-meter cable. Now, a few points of criticism here. Given our choice of glossy wood, why aren't the wood pieces on the included cable also glossy? Sure, it's a minute detail, but I would expect every attention of detail at this price point. On that note, the Y splitter down the cable is also not coated to the rest of the design. Next, the cable, while being extremely light and non-intrusive when wearing the headphone, is extremely thin. I can't imagine it lasting long even with moderate and safe use. Luckily, we have an extra cable included in the package. And third, again, some minor defects on the body, like exposed adhesive agents that was used to glue the pleather on the headband, and the already peeling rubberized coating on the plastic. Now, these were all things that I noticed right from the start, so not the best first impressions of this headphone at the $200 plus price tag. So let us know how you feel given the price tag in the comment below. Moving on to the form, they are extremely lightweight. The headband is metal, but the rest is all plastic, aside from the obvious wood housing. The ear cushions are pleather, not real leather unfortunately, but they do have plenty of thickness to form to your ear. They are removable, and we find an extra soft material attached to the driver, so even if your ears get in contact with the inside of the cushion, it won't be uncomfortable. They are really flexible and of course size adjustable, but given everything is plastic, the expensive price was really on the back of my mind when I took apart the headphone, literally taking the wood housing off the frame. And there's something about this construction that lacks confidence and comes out completely disappointing when compared to headphones in the same price range. And also the plastic hinge inside the swivel joint snapped off completely, allowing the ear cup to circulate full 360 degrees. So this is far from premium build quality. On a better note, the light foam really nails down in the comfort department as they sit with appropriate amount of pressure. The headband is thin, but it has decent padding, and something I never experienced was any headband pressure, and that's good news. The round ear cushions offer an on-ear design that isn't actually something that I would prefer, but I love the low profile look, and given my sensitive ears, the clamping force was really spot on for an on-ear design. Plus I could easily wear these with glasses, so that's a bonus for me. Moving on to sound quality, I used mainly my Nexus 4 to drive them while also utilizing the D1 DAC on my laptop, and despite everything I just said regarding the build quality and some lack of attention to detail, the 73 Classics proved really satisfactory from a listening perspective. The Ebony wood housing does warm up the sound, especially for vocals, bringing out that extra body and the vocal range to really satisfying levels. Lose Yourself to Dance by Daft Punk had me rocking my head from the very first drop of beat. The mid-range is really upfront, making the audio environment closed off, but not in a bad way. The wood housing really warm ups the sound, yet with a pleasant level of detail on the high end without any sort of harshness. Listening to Together by the XX manages to really emphasize on both male and female vocals while allowing powerful low end extension to get through. The bass has a tight punch but with an airy roll-off. Young and Beautiful had me wanting to hear more precise lower frequency notes, and the same situation with Bang Bang as an intense amount of bass is dropped throughout basically the entire song. The overall sound signature really suited my preference for hip-hop, soul, R&B, and even uplifting trance. It's not as bright as what I usually prefer, but really enjoyable for a lengthy commute, especially due to comfortable nature. And so in conclusion, if you like your audio smooth with a hint of airy bass and upfront mid-range, the 73 Classics satisfy, plus add in the incredibly comfortable design and that woody, elegant looks. However, regardless of how gorgeous these might look, the price of over $200 cannot be felt with the full plastic construction with imperfections already peeking through. At least if we had real leather and matching wood finish on the cable, as with the ear cup, it would have felt a little bit more premium. Plus the really thin cable is a point of concern for me as well. And so the 73 Classics is a disappointment on all levels of quality, despite having sound signature that suits my listening style. And that would be it for our review of the Meze 73 Classics, and I'd like to ask, have any of you had any experience with Meze products or eSmooth equivalent? So share your experiences down in the comment section below. Give us a like for doing a bit of digging around to address the whole Meze versus eSmooth debate, and of course if you enjoyed the review as well. And as always, thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe for more similar content, and we'll see you in the next one.